is a new law introduced by the Bush administration for the purpose of fighting terror or for the purpose of fighting democracy. The War on Freedom, next on Soul TV. On the eve of the American Democratic Congress's well-deserved one-month break, the Bush administration slipped through a FISA law that gives the administration the power to do something they've been struggling to do now for 6 years. Legally, listen in on your private conversations, in a move which constitutes the next lightning bolt to the charred remains of American civil liberties.
Call it a birthday gift on the president's 61st, a court ruling that could let him revive one of the most controversial practices of his administration and make it much more difficult for future challenges. The Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals in Cincinnati ruled that journalists, scholars, and lawyers who had challenged the National Security Agency's warrantless wiretaps had no standing. Attorney David Rivkin says the court wanted proof they were wiretapped.
They basically said that the notion that private individuals who, quote, suspect or may feel that they might be subject to this surveillance and spin these arcane arguments that their constitutional rights have been somehow abridged have absolutely no standing.
The Protect America Act, seriously viewers, that's what it's called, marks the first time in 40 years a senior government official, and not a federal court, will be able to decide on how American communications are monitored when they talk to people in other countries. This new law came to fruition in a typical bout of congressional subjugation, in which the administration used the tried and tested method of inferring that if this bill was not passed, the Democratic Congress were not patriotic Americans. Many Democrats and civil rights activists argue that this new law erodes fundamental American liberties and privacy rights. Supporters of the law contend that it's vital to fend off potential terrorist attacks. And here we are again, being told that in order to be safe, you must give up the freedom which the government is supposed to protect.
And defend the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States. So help me God. So help me God. Anytime you hear the United States government talking about wiretap, a wiretap requires a court order. Constitutional guarantees are in place when it comes to doing what is necessary to protect our homeland because we value the Constitution. I can fully understand why members of Congress are expressing concerns about civil liberties. I know that. Do I have the legal authority to do this? And the answer is absolutely.
So, gone are the days that we needed to worry about the legal definition of a terrorist. At least now we know. We're all terrorists, and we're all under suspicion. Ever since the Patriot Act was introduced, again quietly, into law in 2001, directly after the September 11th attacks, the Bush administration has been using alleged threats from mysterious foreign invaders to scare the American people. And then they say, but don't worry, we can protect you. However, you're gonna need to hand over some of your constitutional rights. After all, we're trying to save lives here. To many of you, the enactment of this law may come as a shock, but it's not as if you haven't been warned before about the administration's capacity to flagrantly abuse civil rights. Indeed, if anything should surprise you about this new attack on civil rights, it's that this time, they're actually going to be doing it openly and astonishingly, legally. They're changing the laws to make their unlawful behavior lawful. Truly, the first sign of a failing democracy. And just like in America now, you don't have to be suspected of committing a crime to have your rights snatched from you. In Britain, having finally dispensed of Tony Blair, It is thought that society would return to a semblance of normality following Mr. Blair's eviction. However, new Prime Minister Gordon Brown is supporting legislation that would increase the time police can hold a suspect without charge, from 20 days to 56 days. That's 2 months of imprisonment without being charged with any crime under the law. Citizens of both countries have allowed this to happen. As soon as we accepted the phrase war on terror, our two governments saw their chance to take full control of our lives. The world did change after September 11, but it didn't have to. For all the talk of not going back to a pre-9/11 mindset, that's exactly what we have to do. Only then will we see how our world has changed, and who changed it. And I'll give you a hint. It wasn't the so-called terrorists. For Soul TV, I'm Robert Edwards.